Hey, what's up guys? This is Rust Belt Collector here with yet another unboxing slash review. I know it's been a hot minute since I last did one of these, but been super busy with some customs and taking a lot of pictures, stuff like that over on my Instagram. You can check those out on my, or down in the description you can find a link for all that kind of stuff. Today we're unboxing the Borderlands 3 McFarlane Psycho action figure. I have never owned one of these before. I've owned some of the older McFarlane figures like the Halo Reach figures and stuff, so I'm assuming that these articulation-wise and stuff will be fairly limited, but they'll have a lot of detail in the sculpt and will be really nice. And I'm just going to show off the box. You got that kind of stuff. Price tag. That is the price, but as of recently, at least when I bought this, there was 20% off all Borderlands collectibles, so I got this for less than that. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe like 19 bucks, something like that. So that's basically retail. I know GameStop kind of marks their stuff up just a little bit. I don't think this is an exclusive. I think you could probably find this at Walmart and just about any other retailer that has gaming stuff like this. Background has this beautiful Borderlands 3 cover art. You can see here that there's also four figures in this line. Psycho, two characters I'm not really familiar with. I haven't played Borderlands that much. I played Borderlands 2. I love this character design for the Psycho, so I wanted to get this one. Some sort of Psycho Brute, I think, or like a tank class type character. He was much bigger. They had him. I didn't want him as much as I wanted this guy. Alright, so let's get him out of the box and we'll look at what the figure has to offer. Alright, so out of the box and in hand, he feels really nice. The plastic seems really tough and durable. It's not cheap or soft or squishy, anything like that. Kind of has like a rough texture, probably because of whatever plastic they use and the paint. Plus, there's so much detail and texture on this figure. Like, let me see if this will focus here. Focus, 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 somewhere. I don't know if you can really see that, but I mean all of his pants have actual texture. It's not printed or anything. This is sculpt detail. I mean, this is quite possibly one of the best sculpted figures I've seen in quite a while. So going over what the figure comes with, we'll set him there, see if he stands up. I haven't posed him or anything, so I don't know if I can adjust him much. We'll set him down. Okay. It comes with this sweet little, oh, hello camera. How are you, camera? Hi. It comes with this great Borderlands base. It seems like it's lightweight plastic, so I'd be a little bit worried as to if the figure will stand on it. I guess he does an okay job of doing that. As you can see, he's on the stand there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. He also comes with this fantastic buzzsaw hatchet weapon. I'm sorry if I don't know the official names for these weapons. I haven't played Borderlands 2 in forever. And, oh, check that out. Okay, so you got some spinning action, which is a cool little feature. The sculpt on this is just phenomenal. Highly detailed. You got all the little intricate dots and doodads on it. It looks like it's got some red detailing to show off like rust or blood. That is just a really cool weapon there. I love that spinning feature. So he's got that. He also comes with this combat knife, I suppose. It's got a peg, so let's see where this goes. Oh, right here, looks like. Yeah, so he's got a place on his leg that pegs into, and then let's see if we can get this to go. It's a bit of a tough fit. There's not a lot of give in this plastic, so you kind of got to go through and then bring it back up like that. But he holds that really nicely. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so looking at the figure for articulation, starting at the head, it looks like you've got a ball joint, maybe a double ball joint. Yeah, I think that's a double ball joint up here. You get all kinds of range on the side to side. You get a little bit of up and down, not much. you get quite a bit of side to side, which makes for some cool, like, crazy whacked out poses. Let's see, shoulders, you get a nice default T-pose, so he can be epic. You get a bicep swivel. You get about a 90 on the elbows, which is nice. You got a swivel and a hinge on the wrist. This has some nice, if it'll focus, some nice brass knuckle detailing. Yeah, so you got that. Same with this one, kind of like with like a Star Wars Black Series figure. Looks like you've got like a in and out hinge on this hand and more of a up and down hinge on this hand. Swivel at the wrist, or yeah, at the wrist as well. Swivel, hinge and swivel at the elbow or wrist, whatever you want to consider that to be. And then also you've got this torso bend, which doesn't really have a forward. You can see forward kind of just looks normal, and then you kind of have a back, and I don't know if I just scratched that. I'll have to look at the video footage back and see if that was me moving this that scratched that, or if that was part of the detail already. But you get a good back. I don't know what you would do with this particular pose, but it does that. Not really much forward, and you can do some crazy spins like that. Swivel at the waist. I don't know what my joints are apparently. You got outward at the hips. You can kind of see there what that looks like for hip movement. A decent bit forward. You know, you can get them to move forward. Can't quite sit perfectly, but I mean you could get them into some good action poses with that, with the outwards and everything, and the hinges up here. A little bit of a crazy look in his eyes. You could get some good posing like that. Here at the knee, he's got a nice 90. Doesn't have anything like super fantastic on the knees, like he can't like go up and touch his butt with his foot. That's a sign of a really nice double articulated knee. Better articulation, I will say, than like the Halo Reach figures, which is really the only metric I have for McFarlane figures. I haven't bought the Call of Duty figures. I haven't bought any of the Destiny figures, things like that. So I don't have a huge metric to go off of in terms of how articulated it is, but it is more articulated than I expected it to be. McFarlane does a lot of detail, and so it tends to be that they sacrifice the articulation for the detail, which I think they didn't really do with this one. I think they kind of found a good halfway between the two. They have excellent sculpting and detail on all of this. The nice self-shaded markings all over here to make it look just like the game, but then also you can get it into very game-like poses with these nothing at the feet. That was the last bit of articulation. So you don't have anything at the feet, probably because of the large sculpting here along the pant legs. But I don't think that that'll hinder it too much. As long as you if you kind of tuck it back like this, you get him into a nice running pose. Let's see if I can get him to stand. Yep, so there you go. Check that out. Just like that. Maybe. I had it for a second there. There we go, just like that. I mean, that looks great on a shelf. That looks great in a toy photo, which is what I'm going to be using him for. I'm going to take him out, try and find some really like rusty, dirty, grimy places and try and get some Borderlands-esque photos for the Instagram and post those up eventually. But I wanted to do a quick review since I knew this was a new figure coming out. It was a new figure for me. I'd never really messed with Borderlands figures or the McFarlane line. And overall, I'm really happy with it. It's got some great detail. I think for the price, it's a great figure, especially in the 6-inch scale. Great detail, great accessories for what they are. I mean, you got this hacksaw piece and you got the combat knife, which you really can't use, but it's nice. Grenades on the back. And honestly, I can't get over the face mask. This is probably the best part of this whole figure, and I'm hoping I can get a nice focus on that. The sculpting is amazing. The paint, the weathering, that is just That's so good. I love it. So yeah, that's the review for the Borderlands 3 6-inch Psycho figure. If you have any questions or you'd like to know more about this figure or my personal take on it, you can leave those in the comments. You can also DM message me over at Rust Belt Collector on Instagram. Links are down in the description if you want to check out my profile, and eventually I'll be posting up pictures of this guy, which are going to be sick. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.